All right, so we're looking at using right triangles. This is just more word problems. I think we got 6 different word problems here that you guys are going to do. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do number 3 because there's one just like this on your homework, on your quiz tomorrow, excuse me. So right triangle, trig number 3, there's one just like this. I guess it counts as one of the word problems. It's on your homework. Okay, a builder knows the following dimensions of the roof he is building. Find the lengths of A to C, so we can call this X. C to D, I'm going to call this Y. And B to E, I'm going to call this Z. So we can order materials. Okay, so what do you guys want to find first? X, Y, or Z? X. Okay, so if I'm looking right here, I only have angle A is 42. What's this whole length right here, A to D? 8. That's my adjacent. This is my opposite. So I'm going to use cosine of 42 equals adjacent 8 over hypotenuse X. And am I going too fast? Okay. Because 5 plus 3 is 8. And I need this whole length because I'm trying to find this whole length. Okay, I listed 8 as adjacent, X is hypotenuse. Okay, so now I've taught you the trick, right? That, you can multiply both sides by X and then divide by cosine of 42, or you could just switch these two, which is the shortcut to do that. So X equals 8 divided by cosine 42. So I pull out my calculator. 8 divided by cosine 42. I recommend that you try to do most of these on my calculator, since that's what you'll be allowed to use. You will not be allowed to use your phone calculator. So just get into practice of doing this. So X, or A to C, equals 10.77. We'll round up. And then let's find Y. So we have our adjacent and we have our opposite. So we're going to use tan of 42 equals opposite Y over adjacent 8. So we're going to go 8 tan 42 equals Y. So we get 7.2. And I'm going to leave it there. You guys have to find Z on your own. You guys need to find Z on your own. Okay, looking through here, is there another word problem? So when you finish, I know some of you are still writing this down. When you're looking through here, is there a word problem that you would like me to do? Number 6? 4. Number 6. A biologist wants to know the width of a river in order to properly set instruments for studying the pollutants in the water. He first takes a sighting, we shall call it point C, across the river from a starting point. Then he walks 100 feet parallel to the river, where he takes a sighting back to point C, and it's 22 degrees. So I'm looking at this right here. He walked 100 feet away. We want to know this right here because that's the width of the river. So what do we label X? X is what to 22? Opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? And what is 100? So which trig function do I use? So tan of 22 equals opposite X over adjacent 100. And I'm just going to leave it there. You guys can solve it. A 100. 100. Okay, I was asked about number 4. Steve is bored with symmetry. He's trying to make a triangular deck at the side of his house, as shown. He wants angle G to be a right angle, and he wants the tangent of f to be 3 over 5. He wants to use the entire side of the house, which is 30 feet. How long will the other two sides have to be? Okay, so this is very similar to what we did the other day where you weren't given an angle. Again, there will not be one like this on your quiz tomorrow. So tan of f is opposite over adjacent, right? So it's telling me the opposite over adjacent needs to be 3 over 5. Okay? But we only have the hypotenuse, which doesn't help us with that. So we are going to have to kind of find differences of this. If 5 is my adjacent, this has to be like 5 here, but it has to be in relationship to 30. So we have to do some proportions with this. So instead of doing this one, I'm going to tell you guys not to do number 4 because it starts to get complicated real quick. So you have one less to do. We'll put that as the challenge problem. If you get the right answer, I'll give you guys extra credit. How about that? Okay, and I kind of prefaced it for you. All right, I am going to stop here. You're going to do these for your homework. Remember, there is going to be one just like number 3 on your quiz tomorrow.